you go. There's Michael Jackson.
Well, you're right. Like you were saying yesterday, he really had become sort of a pariah like a couple of years ago.
All of those people at that celebration they had on TV wouldn't even called him 2 years ago. It's just he died, and
now you can talk to him.
A lot of people can kind of relate to him in some sort of weird way. And, I recognize he was a great entertainer. I mean, a lot of people were turned on by him, just not me. Wasn't my thing, musically. I don't know.
But the dancing, it's rare that somebody, I went to that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame recently, and they show the first time he moonwalked at that Motown Awards thing. They show that performance. He does Billie Jean with the dancing. And I'm telling you, it's really you can't believe someone can move like that.
It was groundbreaking. He sort of broke a mold and remade it.
Yeah, you moved that mold.
Can you really give him? Can you give him the credit, or do you have to give Joe Jackson, his father, the credit for taking the belt to him?
Well,
yeah, you're right. Joe gets some credit.
I've never seen Joe moonwalk. I don't know how he got it.
Joe said, I took out the belt, and the kid started walking backwards.
But it's rare. People will tell you, this guy's a good dancer. Where do you see him dance? But that was one time where you're going, how the fuck is he doing that?
I took out the belt. He's gonna take out the belt on Blanket, see if he can get him to walk backwards.
Or Blanket.
I still got to take a look at Blanket. Somebody said to me yesterday that Blanket has some black in it.
Yeah, Blanket looks a little darker
He's darker, yeah.
Well, the first boy,
Prince Michael.
Yeah, but he dyed his hair. Michael Jackson dyed his hair blonde when he was 2.
That is so odd.
You could see the roots.
He didn't come out blonde enough.
He didn't come out blonde enough, so you could see the roots and stuff. Today in the paper, they got a news story that this Debbie Rowe, the one who had Michael Jackson's first 2 kids, she was the surrogate mother. And Robin brought out this yesterday, and I happen to believe it's true. Those kids are pretty good looking, and that mom is fug-leg. So I think Robin's right. They took some woman's egg, and they took some dude's sperm. They mixed them together and stuck them in Debbie Rowe.
Yeah, she was the oven.
Yeah, I always thought it was Debbie Rowe's egg with a sperm donor. But no, I don't even think there's any Debbie Rowe in there except for she was the incubator. Now,
I think he was really protecting himself. He didn't want anybody else associated with those children. He didn't want them to have anybody but him.
Yeah, he didn't want those kids looking like Debbie Rowe, trust me. He likes them cute, like Macaulay Culkin. He wanted those kind of kids, and he got them. He got what he wanted. He got some designer kids, and they're all white. There's no Michael Jackson in those kids because they would look black. They'd be mulatto.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody about this yesterday. I said, they look around their family, and they go, we don't look like anybody.
Yeah.
Where did we come from?
I know. It's got to be weird.
Watching those kids up on that stage with the rest of the Jackson family during that tribute when Aunt Janet, Grandma Greeby and Reeby and
Latoya,
and Moby,
all the other cars.
and Jermaine, and they're all hugging them white children. It's a wild scene, and Al Sharpton's going, nothing strange about your daddy.
Bring up the children.
He goes, what was strange was what he had to deal with.
People treated him strange.
But the fact of the matter is, he was very strange.
Yeah, those kids look Dutch.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
why are those children up there?
But Joe Jackson, the great Joe Jackson, who molded Michael Jackson, really beat into him a tremendous entertaining ability. Actually beat the fucking talent into this kid.
I'm going to beat Billie Jean into it.
You noticed that he hadn't had any more hits lately. Joe stopped hitting him.
Yeah. If Joe would have hit him over the head with a frying pan, he probably would have had a couple more hit albums. But Joe is now making claims that perhaps if he gets a hold of these 3, Blanket, Prince Michael,
something out of them too,
and whatever the girl's name is, if he gets a hold of those 3, he thinks he could. He thinks he could continue the Jackson legend.
I don't know, because they don't have any Jackson genes. I mean, don't genes count for something?
You don't need genes. You need the belt.
Well, that's what everyone was afraid to say on these shows. They're afraid to say, well, listen, they're not Jacksons.
Yeah.
They don't have the, same genes, exactly.
But, so now, I guess in the paper today, Debbie Rowe, the mother of, so-called mother, what kind of mother would give Michael Jackson any kids?
And then sign over total custody to him. She didn't even want to see him.
So now, because I guess Michael Jackson in his will left the kids to his mother and Diana Ross, if anything happens to the mother. Diana Ross. Like, Diana Ross wants 3 white kids hanging around her house.
Well, she has some of her own.
Right, but, I mean, come on. She's an old woman. How old is Diana Ross?
She's not as old as Jackson's mother.
Yeah, well, she don't want to sit there with Michael Jackson's kids, I guarantee it.
Yeah, I wondered if she, had said, you know what, I don't want that honor.
Not much younger, though. Could Diana Ross be 70 by now?
She's in her 60s.
Because the mother's 79.
Yeah.
So it says in the paper today, Debbie Rowe has come up with some sort of deal here. What it is I didn't know this. I never knew exactly what she got paid by Michael Jackson to give birth to these kids.
Right.
But here it is in black and white, according to the Post. And it says, in exchange for a lump sum of $8 million, plus $900,000 annually for 5 years, so let's call that $5 million, a total of almost $13 million, she had these kids for Wacko Jacko.
Right.
And let me tell you something. If I could figure out a way to have a baby, I'd do the same thing. $13 million to have 2 kids? Man, what woman would want that?
Yeah, because now she lives on a horse farm somewhere. She was a secretary in a doctor's office.
Now they say, because there's an opportunity, they say this time she's squeezing about $4 million from her former mother-in-law in exchange for giving up her parental rights.
She's great.
Yeah, well, I would have said to Debbie, well, you know what, you can take the 3 kids. You know what, for $4 million, I'm an old woman. I raised the Jackson 12 or however many people are in that family. They got up on that stage, so the stage was going to collapse.
Joe is going to get that belt out. Get him out of here.
Right. No wonder Joe and Catherine don't live together. Who the fuck can stand each other if the 37 kids come out of you? But
it looks like a circus.
It's like a farm team. So there it is, another $4 million in the pockets of Debbie Rowe, according to the Post. And they say they felt like it was a ransom type thing. Rowe jumped back into the picture because she wanted money, the friend said. This is according to a friend, some friend.
Yeah, what do your enemies say?
Yes.
My friend wants money for her children.
But Rowe was a dental assistant, and she met Michael Jackson, in the dentist chair, and he took a look at her and said, maybe there's a nut job in here, and this dental assistant will raise my kids.
Yeah, why are you getting your teeth cleaned? How do you make that?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
But she, listen, I shouldn't call her a nut job. You know what? For $13 million and another 4, I'd do the same thing. Yeah, maybe she's smart. The hell do I know? But it does seem kind of cold and calculated, doesn't it?
How do you approach somebody like that? If she's a nurse in your dentist's office, you probably have a casual relationship with her.
That's what I'm saying. While you're getting your teeth cleaned, how do you strike up that conversation?
Listen, Deb, you free for lunch today? I got something to ask you.
Yesterday I mentioned the